passenger electronic device charging. So as devices evolve, the power range of the devices evolve as well. In the past, when we had the small square iPhones, they would take 4.5 watts charge, and that was sufficient. As we know, in today's world, as the technology gets more refined, cameras become more high-tech, the product uses more battery life and requires a higher wattage to charge, and the batteries drain relatively faster. So as you can see here, the device power range, the evolution of specifications and the products themselves. So the offerings went from 2.5 watts to the future, which is USB-C PD, 100 watts and even more. So what I have here now shown are some very popular charging standards that common phones, some of the most common phones used today, support. So USB power delivery at the top, per the specification, can provide up to 100 watts of power. Our module that we have developed so far provides up to 60 watts of power. The USB battery charging spec, which is your classic USB-A, but the USB-C also supports it, provides up to 7.5 watts of power. So that'll be coming out of the A port. Another popular charging standard is the Qualcomm Quick Charge, which actually, per the specification, provides over 100 watts of power. Samsung Adaptive Fast Charging, up to 25 watts, USB-A and USB-C. And your Apple 1 amp, 2.1 amp, and 2.4 amp charging standards, which up to 12 watts at the 2.4 amps, 5 volts. So what we've done is developed a product after doing some background research, a product that supports the specs that you see on the screen. So the power delivery, BC 1.2, Samsung AFC, Qualcomm Quick Charge, and your Apple up to 2.4 watts. We feel this covers a wide enough range of products to offer what we consider an off-the-shelf version of this product. This product comes loaded with safety protection features, both hardware and software. Also has a thermoplastic housing, makes it lightweight and robust. It's designed for aircraft seat power, so it takes in 28 volts DC. And it does what we call auto load balancing. Oh, and of course, the illuminated ports, which are a very nice finish to it. So just to cover some of the most popular phones that we see today, your iPhone 12, Samsung Galaxies, your Google phones, they essentially all support USB PD. And Qualcomm Quick Charge is also another very popular one. The BC, a little difficult to find information, but a lot of times when it supports the USB PD, you kind of get backwards compatibility with the BC. And what I'm going to show now is a video demonstration of the auto load balancing feature of our Smart Jack. So this is a demo that my colleague and I put together. USB-A port plugged in, USB-C plugged in, phone charging, you can see the A voltage and current draw. USB-C plugged into the laptop, waiting for the charge. It registered, charged. Now you see the 15 volts, 20 volts total between the two. Disconnect the A, you've got the full 20 going to the USB-C. So the device itself does all that managing with the embedded firmware and software that's been programmed into the unit. What we offer are two variations essentially that are one we call host configurable, where you include the data lines and you can have upstream communication with the upstream host. Or you can just simply have the standalone version where you just provide 28 volts of power and it does that auto load balancing on its own. So here is a breakdown of the configuration that I showed you here, which is a dual port. You have an A and a C. So at the top here, you have a thermoplastic housing, as I showed here, which has a heat sink behind it, aluminum heat sink. You've got your paw latch assembly for integration, very popular in the aircraft cabin. your USB connectors, these are vertical connectors, and the internal electronics, all the boards stacked vertically. Then you've got your cable assembly down there, and the upstream connector, which is an Amphenol Pegasus connector shown there. That's the top level view of the top level construction of this USB module. Thank you very much.